Greetings, everyone. Hello, hello. Where are my glasses? I must find you. There you are. Ooh, those are dirty. Please hold. Please hold while I clean my glasses. But I can see Maureen Pryor and PJB Stamper and Dawn the Crafty Visage and Craft by Jay. Hello, sir. How is everyone doing? Yes, Miss Dawn is also curious. How is everyone? I'm good. Just had some dinner. It wasn't good, but it was okay. Ordered some pizza. Had too much cheese. So I had to pick about a pound of cheese off of my pizza. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. No, I am not a fan of cheese. A little bit goes a long way. My brain is muddled, can't quite wake up. I'm sorry. I'll speak quietly. That's a lie. I will not speak quietly. It's not in my nature to. Whispers. What's a whisper? I don't even know. Linda G. Hello, hello. Ha ha ha. Poor Dawn. Craft by Jay says, I love cheese. Yeah. Alright. So, today, we're working with some of these. These were gifted to us from Carla Bostic. And I'm also pulling out my naughty sentiments from Mary Alice because it's hilarious. And I had mentioned that we would do a shaker card using some Moody Unicorns. So these are the Moody Unicorns by Gerda Steiner. She's got some really cute designs. She is on the more expensive side of stamps, but I mean, look how cute they are. Aren't they cute? But so we're going to do something there. And then I thought we would use the My Favorite Things stencil, because this stencil is kind of cool, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you where I went wrong, and then hopefully you'll know. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. So we're going to use some fun items that were gifted to us and some Moody Unicorns, because who doesn't love a good unicorn, right? So first thing is first. Today, we're going to use, again, our oxides. I don't have a lot of oxides. I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 10 oxides, you guys. 10. I would like to get a couple more. I would like to get another purple. Another type of green. You know, just to get myself like a rainbow collection. But in a more blue, because I have a peacock feathers and tumbled glass, which this one is more of a teal in my opinion, and this one's here is a light blue. But that's what we're going to use today for our clouds. We're going to go tumbled glass, peacock feathers, and wilted violet. And I'm going to use my brushes, so that's what I'm going to do. These are dedicated to the oxides, and that's what we're going to use. And yeah, I'm going to share the tumbled glass one with the peacock feathers because I don't have a brush for every color. I do not need a brush for every color. And yes, thank you, Pam, because Pam gave us some of these. She actually gave us both these, but not the wilted violet. I bought the wilted violet, but we're using all sorts of gifties today. We're using some Distress Oxide gifts. We're using some sentiments and some shakerty bits. Oh, I need to get shaker bit material. Please hold. Shaker bit material. I See, do you guys do that? Do you guys like save stuff and then you're wondering why on earth I saved it? It's all chopped up. I don't need that. Here we go. Some shakerty bits. Da, 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 da. You can use packaging. You can use transparencies. You can use whatever floats your boat. There are companies out there now that make shaker pouches. And then all you gotta do... oh, that would be awesome. Why don't you use them? They're actually really fun. See, I was not on the bandwagon to get them because I just didn't know. I bought a whole bunch of these guys when I was getting back into crafting. And then when I was looking for full size, that's when I went to Simon Hurley. Yeah. I'd like to have the full collection of these. I don't know why, because I don't use them. I don't use them. I had a whole bag full. I'm gonna be pleased on the 5th on saving scraps. Saving scraps. Why are we saving scraps? Okay. So what I want to do is I want to do like a whole shakerty thing. And I want to put the unicorns. I'm trying to think. So I want to do the moody background. Then we're going to do shakerty things. And then we're going to get this sassy unicorn. The one that looks like he's just like, yeah, whatevers, right? Because he's going to go with our naughty sentiments. And then we're going to have that in our little cloud of this little shakerty thing. I know, it's going to be contradictory because we're going to have these bright colored thingies. It's going to be fun. I think it'll work. So let's get it rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I need my stamper positioner doodaddy. Humdigger dog ears. We're going to stamp this guy. And you know, I think I just threw away a scrap that would actually hold this little guy. There you are. Yesterday's scrap. Look at that. We'll put that there. And then we're going to fussy cut this little guy out. So we're going to stamp him. And then I think I'm going to color this with some alcohol markers so he's nice and bright. So we're going to pull out our memento. Memento. I may have to re-ink this. But look at our little dude. Isn't he so cute? So we've got him. We'll put that away here in a memento. Set that right there. I'm going to have a catastrophe going on. Let's set that over there. What's going on with the garbage? Sit on the floor. Okay, so we got our unicorn. We've got our background. We're going to do this on black. It may or may not look okay. And if it doesn't, we'll save it for another one and then do it on white. So this is the My Favorite Things stencil. I guess they don't name them. It's a cloud stencil. This one is called Through the Clouds. Through the Clouds. Okay, now if you'll notice, this is how it comes, right? They cut this centerpiece out, they cut this one, they cut this one. If we use this one as our thinking cap, which I did not before, you'll notice that we're gonna stencil on the outside of this, right? Because there's no center. So when you're using these, you're gonna do the outside, not the inside. Okay, so we're gonna get some cloudy clouds on the outside. We're gonna go purple, blue to light blue. So we're gonna have our violet run into peacock feathers and then into this. So we're gonna grab our violet because the distress oxides will sit on the top of the black very nicely. Hello, Janine. Okay, so we're just gonna grab some ink. These don't have to be perfect. We're just gonna get this little purple on here, just like so. Okay. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna flip this around. Okay, and then that way there I can take this ink and pull it back in as well. And we can switch this around or we can leave it the same. It doesn't matter. So we're gonna go and use all of that ink that was up there on the table, just like so. See that? So we've got our corners done. It's looking pretty nice already. I think I'll do another layer of purple. Let's get another layer of purple. We're gonna spin this a little bit. Okay. And then we're gonna go down the sides with the purple a little bit. So we're gonna just kind of pull that back. And then we're gonna go right over the top of our other ones. Okay, so there's that. Then we're gonna come over here and get those done. Okay, there we go. Look at that. So we've got 2 layers. Doesn't that look nice? Now we lost a little detail up here because I went a little bit heavy too close to this line, right? So when I had my stencil down, I went in with the ink and went really heavy. I should have stayed closer to the brim of this, okay, just like so. And then we're going to scoot this back a little, and then we're going to add a little bit more color, like so, and we're going to put those lumpity bumpities back in. So the oxides will layer up very nicely. I actually like that a lot. So we're going to add a little bit more ink right here on the corners. Okay. Just make it more unique. Okay, so we've got that done. So let's go ahead and do a cleanup. A proper cleanup. Look at us. We got extra paper. Let's see how our oxides clean up. I don't think I've done a cleanup with our oxides yet. We're going to mist it. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of water in there so it breaks up any harsh lines. And then we're going to tap, lift, twist the paper. Tap, lift, twist the paper. Okay. Ooh, that's moody. Look at that. It loses some of the color though. It's very interesting. More of the chalkiness is present. All right, look at that. That's, yeah, you guys, that's very interesting. Look at that. Woo! I like that. Like I said, it doesn't hold its color very well. I mean, you can see a little bit of the purple, but that oxidiness mixing with the water, that's very moody. Hello, Maddie. How are you doing? Okay, so we've done our purple, the wilted violet. Okay. So this was the bigger ring. Now we're going to move down to the middle ring. Make sure my table's dry, which it is not. Is it being stubborn there? Okay. So we're going to move down to the center ring. See that? If we see all that nice black area, that's where our peacock feathers is going. We're going to start with that. And we're going to start on the stencil and pull it in, hopefully. I should have tapped off a little. I'm not worried about that, you guys. It'll go away when we get to the center. I'm going to tap off some of that color because I don't want it too dark. I don't want it to go over, completely over the top of my purples. And you can definitely start with the middle and work your way out. I am just working like this because this is how I like it. So I'm going to pull this back. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Ooh, wee. And see, just like that, we can get rid of that mess that I had. Ooh, that wanted to clean that up. Okay, now we're going to move into our tumbled glass. So we have that nice light blue. I am going to clean my brush a bit. Okay. This stuff really sticks in there. And then we're going to grab our tumbled glass, which is our lighter blue. Okay. I'm going to pick up some color and then tap it off. And then hopefully that makes my color more true. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to hold this little guy. Okay. And we're going to start right on our stencil and go right in there. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Woo! And then we just kind of go around until we have it all filled in. And you just pick up and move your little stencil in like a circular-ish. Aha! Until we get to like this little black hole. Look at that. So again, this is Wilted Violet Tumbled Glass, or sorry, Wilted Violet Peacock Feathers into Tumbled Glass. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love that. So let's do a little bit of cleanup. I've got cleanup spots all over. We're going to move that. I like this one, so we're going to do a different cleanup with these blues. I don't want to mess that one up again. So I'm going to hit that with a little bit of water. Okay. Not as much as I did the last time. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. And then I'm just going to pick up whatever's here. So this is the My Favorite Things Through the Clouds stencil. Okay, it's a 3-piece stencil set, Through the Clouds, to get our wonderful little clouds going. But yeah, this is how it comes, all 3 pieces. Okay, well that was a little interesting. We'll let that one dry, and then we'll finish cleaning up our hot mess here. Okay, okay, so we've got our little moody, and then we're gonna we're having a tantrum, right? We're in a bad mood. But we want to throw some color in our day to get in a good mood. And we're going to do that with a fun little naughty sentiment and our sprinkles. And we're going to get this little sour unicorn in here with our little shaker bits. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a full shaker, right? So we're going to get this on here, which means I either need to make a frame to hold our shaker bits in, or we need to make the an endless shaker and get this wrapped all the way around the card. And I'm feeling like we should do a frame. So let's go ahead and get out our rectangle cutters. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a rectangle out of this as close to center as possible. And then we're going to use the outer piece as our frame. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Yes, oxides are wonderful. Okay, so let's get some dies. So I got, do we want those? No, you know what? We want, you guys, ooh. Where's my dies? Let me guess. I didn't put it away. Ooh, there's this one. This one might actually be fun, because then it would definitely give us our frame. How big is this? You know what? I think we'll use this one. What is this one? I don't even know who made this one. I don't know. But it looks like this. We're going to make a weird size card. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make a weird size card. But it will be fun. It will be fun. Okay, so we need this to do some shoppy shops. Well, if I do this, a lot of my purple's going to get cut off. But I think I'm okay with that. We'll go a little bit to the side here. I think it'll be fine. And we're going to turn it to a little angle. Okay. And then we'll color our Moody Unicorn. I'm thinking we need a pink unicorn, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking we might need a pink unicorn. Okay, so this is gonna be the size of our card. Okay. Of course, there we go. So here's our frame, which I just turned that around. Let's make sure. So here's our nice little frame, and you can do with this with double dies. Like if you have a stitch die, you go down a couple of steps and put another stitch die. Make sure they're taped together, get a nice even, and then cut. Okay, so you want your frame, you want your centerpiece. We're just gonna have a weird shaped card today, and we're gonna be okay with that because it'll still fit in an A2 size envelope. It won't cost anything extra. I think this is paper rose. For some reason, I think this is a paper rose. I'll have to look it up. Okay. And then we have this, right? So now we have something we can glue this to and put our foam around so all of our little shaker bits can be in there. And I needed to trim. And in order to do this, I'm just going to cut this acetate into the normal 4 sections, 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to take one of them, okay, and then trim it down to the size that we need for this, which is going to be, I don't even know what size this is, you guys. 3 3.5 is definitely gonna fit. So 3.5, a little bit over 3.5. Okay. Well, what the heckin'? Let's take a little bit more off. Obviously, I was over 3.5. Yes, I was. Not just a little. I was over a lot. Okay, and then 3.5 by 5. 3.5 by 5. Okay, so I'll check my acetate to make sure it's going to sit on there beautifully. Look at that. Okay. Oops. That does not go there. You go down there. Okay, and then we're going to get some tape, either tape runner, glue, whatever floats your boat. I like to use double stick tape when I'm doing my acetate, because my glue, the Bearly Arts glue, will stick to this acetate, but it just takes a little bit to dry, and I'm impatient. So we're just gonna use our double stick tape, and you can find double stick tape anywhere these days. Amazon, all the stores. Dollar Tree has some good double stick tape. Okay. Just get some double stick tape in there. Now, I'm going to try and do this. I don't know. I want my acetate to stick right, so I'm only going to peel up one piece. I'm going to peel up one piece. Then I'm going to set this on here where it belongs. Make sure it's not sticking off anywhere. Okay, I'm going to press it into there, and then I can peel my other pieces. Or not. So there's that one peeled. Oh, why are you not sticking? You're being bad. There we go. So now that is stuck on there. Nice and stuckity stuck. And then we could get our foam. Okay. Now if you have extra thick foam, you're golden. I am gonna double up mine. I'm gonna double up mine. So that my little sprinkles don't get stuck. And we're going to go get some plain sprinkles, some clear sprinkles to go with this, just to beef this up so I don't have to use all of these. Right? We buy the sprinkles, or whatever you want to call them. It's like sprinkles for a cake, in my opinion, right? You buy the sprinkles, but you don't want to use them all, right? Not all in one card. So to make them last, what you do is you mix them with some clear, some white, some everyday mundane shakerty bits, your little sprinkles, and then they'll last you even longer. Now we're closing up our gaps, right? We're closing those up nice and tight. Because we don't want our shakers to escape. Okay. And if you're worried about getting close, what you can do is overlap the foam a tiny bit. And then when you go to cut so that it's actually still overlapped. You see that? It's a tiny bit overlapped. But it's sticking out there. And then you can just shove that back. Because it's foam, it'll do whatever you want it to do. And just shove it in there. And then it's sealed. Okay? Nice and sealed. So we're going to go through and put another layer on, because I don't have the super thick stuff, you guys. I don't. But there is some super thick stuff out there. There's even some new repositionable stuff. I think Pear Blossom Press, right? They're the ones with the light systems that has that. Don't judge me if I'm wrong. It happens. Now, in order to change my seams, you can do your... Okay, so say like these two went to the end and this one went in between. So I'm going to come down here and make sure this goes across both those seams. And then we've created definitely a good barrier there. And then we're going to go, we still need to butt it up because we don't want anybody escaping from there. Okay, and then we're going to go slightly over, give a little snip so it's still slightly over, and then we're just going to shove that in there. Okay, so we're going to butt it up, drag it across, let it go over a little bit, and then, oops, it's being a stinker. Oh, that was a little too much over, but we're just going to shove it in there. It'll work. Okay. And now we have that. Then we have this. Now we need our card base. Right? Not that card base, though. So we can either... Okay. See, we can either have this... I don't really like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of this off, because I like the idea of it being even, right? Even. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Just eyeball it, you guys. You could measure it, right? Whatever it was. I'm just going to cut that little chunk off. Just watch me. Watch me cut it right off. Cut it right off. Alright, I like that. Now, I'm a little nervous about putting the center in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab another piece of paper. I'm going to grab another one, and I'm going to cut that frame out again. Right? I'm going to cut that frame out. Just out of some plain Jane stuff. Why do I have this in a baggie? Okay, that's so annoying. We'll put that out. We're just going to get the frame. And then we can use the other bit for something else. It won't matter. But we just want that frame, I think. I think it'll help us a bit. Mice and unicorn. Wait, is that unicorns? Yes. Master boards. Okay, so here's that frame. Again, it did not cut. It didn't cut that out. But that's okay, because this is going to be underneath. So all we're going to do is just help it out a little bit. Nobody's actually going to see that. Boink. Okay, so there's our frame, and it's going to match our card base, so I don't need to color it or anything. Okay, so here's our card base. This is where I want my frame to go, so we're going to go ahead and glue this part down. If I can find my glue, I found my glue. Oh, there's the one I wanted though. The one that's almost empty. Almost empty. And then I'm going to clean this one out. I'm going to clean this one out, and then I'm going to put alcohol, rubbing alcohol into this to use with my alcohol inks, because I think it'll work better than the other container that I have, because this will pour out a thinner line of alcohol. My other container, man, it just spits that alcohol right out. Make sure that is the way we need it. We're going to set this in here like so. Okay, I like that. Then we're going to glue this one right in the center. Okay, because it's the same die, right? So now we have that right where we want it. Right where we want it. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That would be a good sympathy card too. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see the stitches. So you could totally use this as a sympathy card. And what I would do is do the white, but then bring the black back and make the card base black. And then do my sympathies, you're in my thoughts, something sympathy thing. This cloud is very, very sympathetic. And then we have this, which then we could put right over the top of our other stitched area. Look at that. And then we'll have it lined up so much better, and it will be beautimous. Okay, which is great. Okay, so we're going to put some of our sprinklies right in the center. Not that one. That one looks a little deformed. Okay, so we got our little sprinkles. And we kind of want them to lay flat. I don't want them all stacked up on each other. Even though I have plenty of room. If they do stack, it's okay. We're just going to lay those down. And now I'm going to get some clear ones. Hey! You see him just trying to roll away? Get on there. So these are some clay bits. These were, again, a gift from Carla Bostic. So I don't know the company or anything, but that's what they look like. My white on my camera is like terrible. Okay. Those are those ones. These are, yep, here we go. Okay. I've got some white triangles. To add a little bit of shimmer in there. And I've got a bazillion of these. These, like Michael's, it has some confetti style sprinkles. They're not too expensive. You get a nice big jar of them. And then we can use extras of them, right? Extra, extra, read all about it. So there's that. Let's put some roly-polies in there, because I like roly-polies. And roly-polies is just some seed beads. Again, nice, plain white seed beads. Just get a couple little scoops. You like my finger scoop there? Except you. Get back in there. So we got a little bit of clear roly-polies, some triangles that are iridescent in my camera. I don't know. It's being a brat. It doesn't like all the lightness today, you guys. Okay. So we have all of that. Then we can peel our doodads. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel little wings. Little wings. Because I want enough movability that Yeah, there we go. Make it with me. Hello, hello. How are ya? Thanks for popping in. We're working with Gerda Steiner's Moody Unicorns. We're using the MFT Through the Clouds stencil, which is back here. So we'll see that when we actually lift the shaker part. And, oops. Is this how this goes? I think it is. Yes. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this on here. That is way off. Let's try that again. Okay. So I'm going to very gently pull my pieces out. If you can't grab a hold, grab some tweezies. Not those tweezies, though. These tweezies don't pinch very nicely. There we go. So then we make sure that's all nice and pressed in there. And there's our moody clouds. We're trying to brighten up a day, so we bring in some nice sprinkles. Because we're sweet and sour, you know. Sweet and sour. Is that how we are? Okay, so there's that. And we made kind of a interesting. And I like the top folds for these, right? Because you have to lift it and then all this shakerty shakes. And then we've got our little unicorn, which I'm thinking of doing a pink unicorn. We're going to do the pink unicorn, and then we're going to get a naughty sentiment from our friend Mary Alice. I think we're going to use this one. When someone asks me how I feel, I reply with my fingers. But yeah, and then we'll get this on there. I think we'll put that like right up there, and then our little unicorn will be down here, and then we'll have our little shakerty bits. It's going to be fabulous. But let's get this guy colored up. Okay, we're going to do pinks today, because why not? We all need a pink unicorn in our corner. Pink unicorn with, let's do blue and black hair. I think that would be fun. Let's go and check. There's that blue. Oh, that's nice blue. Okay, so we're going to do blue and black hair. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do black at the root area, right? And then, like, I'm not exactly sure. We're just going to throw some black in there. Just kind of flick it out. And then we'll do this one black. Yeah, we'll do the same treatment. Okay, so we got our black in there. Is this one the darker one? Or is this one the darker one? This one, I think, is the darker one. Then we'll go in with our dark blue. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, hold on, guys. Nope. Trying to find the one I need to work on here. Sorry, I'm trying to get the white a little bit better. There we go. I think that's going to look a little bit better. So Maddie says, Dawn, what do you do with masterboards? You chop them up and use them for all sorts of fun things. It's basically like creating your own paper. Your own designer paper is what I consider what masterboards are. Biddy Penny does masterboards. Her desk had a nice masterboard on it for a while until she got a glass mat. And then we'll come right into the lighter blue. And we're going to take that light blue all the way across the darks and everything. And just pull that right in there. Heck, if that just doesn't look good today. Sometimes I'm impressed with my coloring. You know, I don't always know if it's going to work out. But then sometimes I'm like, hot dog. If that just didn't just turn out nice. Put a little bit more of the, oops. I was looking at, see, my pens have a little stripe that says, hey, we're the brush nib. But do you think I pay attention to that? Oh, hecka no. I know not. There we go. Okay, so, ooh, did I put that on the right one? Yes, I did. Okay, so our black and blue hair is done. And then our little pink unicorn. Ooh, that's a nice little soft pink. Kind of mauve-y, almost like sidewalk chalk. Yeah, I think that's where we'll go with this today. Why not, right? Gluing. Don't apologize for doing crafty things. Maddie says she's always impressed with my coloring. Sometimes I wonder about my coloring, and then sometimes I'm like, hot dog. I think I want to do an even lighter pink in the center of the ear. Do like an ivory color. There we go. And I did stamp it with Memento. It is more of a, it is alcohol friendly. So we're just, oops, not the eyeball. I did though. All the darker areas, I'm just going to try and get some of that in there. Actually, let's get some darkness under that hairline. Then we're going to go right over the top of all of the dark stuff and fill it in with quite a bit of the ink so that it will smooth it out. Okay. If it's not blending, it could be your markers, but it could just be that you just need to saturate the paper more, especially if it's not marker paper. Marker paper is designed to use less ink. And if the paper is nice and saturated, it'll pull that color much, much easier. I'm going to go over and then down one side. And then down this side. So we're going to go right over the top and saturate that piece of paper right there. And get that color to bleed down. And I'm going in circular motions because our horsey belly is round. Does not have, he's not a flat belly. It's a round belly. And then we do have a light shadow. You see that? It's a very light. I do want to deepen it up a little bit, just like we did up there. So I'm just going to go very lightly. Add a little bit more color. Okay. And then if I need to, I can pull it out a little bit. There we go. Our cute little unicorns. So number 9. Number 9. Got to get these numbers on there properly. Crafty Kitty. Hello, hello. 56. Okay, so then the shoes and the horn, we want to spice that up. So we will be adding some goodies to that here in a second. We're going to go ahead and fussy cut. If I'm not mistaken, the Gerda Steiner, they have dies, but I don't think I have the matching dies. I think it's just the stamps. Usually I put matching dies if I have them. But let me look. Let me look. I feel like I should have them. I don't know. I could be wrong. Grab my die bin. Grab my die bin and I'll look in the ones that have coordinating penguins, more penguins, leafery, butterflies, rabbits, those guys. Nope. Okay, no, I do not have the dice. I think I might get the dice. If I can find the dice, I think I'm going to get the dice. Because I do, my belly is round too, that's right. See, Pam says, I don't have to fussy cut. I have the dies. And that's okay. That's okay. I do not. What I should do is go through and get these into my scan and cut and get their little shapes in there. So then I'd only have to stamp them. But when I just do one card every so often, that's right. Going in and doing our fussy cutting. Dies and stamps are discontinued. Well, there you have it, my friends. If you like this unicorn and you want this unicorn, you may have to search for it on a de-stash site or something. Or better yet, check your stash and see if you have something similar. Maybe it's not a unicorn. Maybe it's a grumpy little hedgehog or a grumpy frog. You know, when you're doing something sassy, you just need to find something kind of grumpy. But I like using my stuff, even though it's discontinued. And I know you guys, you watch and you're like, oh, but I want it, and there's not available. I'm sorry. But there's something out there that's similar that'll catch your eye. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm using. And definitely check your stash. You might have something that'll work. You could even do a floral. So if you're doing something sassy, right, and look at our little unicorn. Doing something a little sassy like this, and you don't have a critter, you know, a black rose, you know, go on the dark side of your florals. Maybe you have some sunflowers or something. Maybe do them in black and gold, kind of edgy, grungy, or something like that. It doesn't have to be a critter. It can be, you know, a moody flower. And you can make things moody by grunging them up, going to the dark side with their coloring and all that fun. Wait, they're on the SGD Stamps site. Oh, GSD Stamps. Gerda Steiner Designs. Okay. To plagiarize the frugal crafter, find something in your stash you love and do that. Right? Okay. But there's what it's going to look like. Isn't it cute? And like I said, my glue does work on the acetate. But I prefer when I'm doing the shaker part to use, it's almost empty, to use the tape because I don't want to wait for it to dry. But this being on the outside, I don't mind waiting. So we're just going to tap that into place. Okay, and then when it dries, it'll be stuck on there. Okay, and I am going to put him in this corner. I don't know, I just think I need to put him in this corner. Okay, then we get that on there. Okay. We used some gifts from our crafty friends. We used some Distress Oxides from Pam. We used a snarky little sentiment from Mary Alice. And we used our Celebrate Confetti from Carla Bostic. So thank you all for sending me goodies. They do get used. And sometimes I don't always mention who sends what. Just know that I know, and I appreciate it. But we want to do these hoovins and this hornin. Probably not say hornin. Let's do our hooves. Our hooves in this. And then we need a golden. We're going to do a golden horn. We're going to do Gold Rush. I just need to find my little brush. This one will do. Okay. We're just going to get a teeny weeny paintbrush and get some lunar paste. Or maybe you have some stickles or something that's got some glitter in it. I'm just going to dab that in there. Just like patting it in with a marker. So there's our textury. Yeah, look at that. Clean off my brush. So that was a little bit of Gold Rush. Literally a teeny weeny bit. And then we're gonna try and get some hooves done. See, I like to squirt a little bit, because see what it did? There was a little air pocket in the nozzle. So we're going to make sure that's coming out really nicely. And then we're going to chuck that, right? Because we don't want to stick our hands in there. And then we're going to color these hooves. Maybe. we're just gonna get the stuff out and kind of push it into the areas that we need. I'm going to do the outer hooves, not the inner hooves. I'm going to do the inner hooves like a cream color maybe. I just decided last minute. Yes, you can use a black gel pen, absolutely. But I want mine to have a little bit more texture. So I'm just going to take what you have. If you don't have this, then you get your gel pens out. Okay. And I'm just squeezing the teeniest bit and just kind of pushing that into the area. So it's going to get your nozzle dirty. As you're working, you may need to clean your nozzle. I'm going to turn this around because I see a little white spot there. And I'm going to give a gentle little squeeze and push at the same time. And then wipe off our little nozzle. And then we have shiny, glossy, pops of color, black little hooves. If we find our lid here. And then let me get... I'm kind of debating what color to do those inner hooves. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. Because, right, the hooves of the horse, we could paint the hooves of the horse, but then they walk around, and it's a much lighter color underneath. So that's how we're going to do that. There. That makes me happy. And then we can even give the eyeballs a little shine. Glaze pens. Yeah, I don't have glaze pens. But we're gonna... That came out like a flood. We're gonna do a little bit of glossy accents or whatever you have. And you know what? We've got lots of pops of color. So this is a clear pops of color, which basically works like a glossy accent, right? But check this out. We're going to give our unicorn purple eyeballs. Because why not? We're going to try the teeniest drop of purple. Look at those purple eyes. Lavender eyes. Yes, you could. If you have teeny weeny Google eyes. I do not. Mine aren't that teeny weeny. But that's okay. Where does purple go? I don't feel like purple goes on that shelf. But I'm going to put it right there. Because I don't know what I did. Okay, so there it is. And you see that? We gave it time to glue down. It's on there. I don't want to pick it because you can pick it off, of course. But there it is. When someone asks me how I feel, I reply with my fingers. Somebody's having a little bad day, you send them the little moody clouds and a little moody unicorn with just a hint of fun and vibrancy, a little fun with the shakerty bits. There you have it. And it is a little bit smaller than an A2 size. Basically, I just took a little strip down the side. And, yeah. So it'll still fit in an A2 size envelope. This one, I would need to put the extra postage on so it would hand cancel. Though that doesn't always mean anything these days in some post offices. But, yeah. So there it is. I used one of my sentiments, you guys. I don't know if I want to mail it out now because it's my sentiment. It's mine. I only got one of each. But there it is. There it is. Our naughty sprinkles. That's what we used today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. And I almost forgot to tell you guys. Next week is going to be fun week. So next week, I go live Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel. And then I'll be live on Dawn's channel. You'll see me, I think it's Lala and T, Not Afraid of Color. Let me just double check. We'll be on Dawn's channel, and we're doing, I have stuff. Please hold. Dawn. I said sign me up. And then we had a chat, so please hold. Okay. Lala and T. Yes, so me, Dawn, Lala, and T will be doing card Yahtzee. I love card Yahtzee. This is why you look at my third time. I do all the Yahtzees. Sign me up. Sign me up for all the Yahtzees. So we'll be doing card Yahtzee on Dawn's channel on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll be on my channel again on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, lots of fun. And, Monday, Papercraft Monday. You guys are going to have so much fun because Dawn is going to be with me. So it's going to be me and Dawn on Monday. And then me, Dawn, and Lala, and T on Tuesday on Dawn's channel. So you guys are going to have a whole lot of us. All week. 7. Oh, sorry. Yes. Crap. Dawn says 7. My bad. 7 on her channel. I don't know why I was thinking 8. Debbie J goes live at 5:30, and then she gets done about 7. And then Dawn goes live at 7. Sorry, Dawn. Yes. All the 7s. Yahtzee! Yeah, card Yahtzee. Yeah, she's going to roll the dice. Right? Card Yahtzee. Yes, she has dice for the cards. That's how we played it the last time. She rolled the dice and it told us what to do. And we had a sympathy one. I had this one. And we were all talking about how we needed more sympathy thingies. That was my first one. I don't remember what the second one was. But it was good. Whatever it was, I'm sure. I'm excited. But yeah, so lots of fun next week. I hope to see you all there. Tomorrow will be a very silly live. So much fun. So much fun. Until next week, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful, crafty weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Wait, Dawn. Oh, wait. Dawn didn't say go. No, she didn't. She didn't say go. Pam, yellow is always, yes. For Pam, yellow is always the answer, and for me, it's green. Green is my answer all the time. You will see it flood. It was black and white. Oh, that was a good one. I don't remember what I made, but I think I might have gave that card away. The black and white one. And then I went on a black and white kick for a little bit. I made a few things in black and white. Chocolate used to be the answer, yes, but now it's yellow because Pam is cutting chocolate from her diet. She's saving us all. Maureen says, nope, it's purple. Today it was pink and blue. Today the answer was pink and blue. But we'll see you guys in the chatty chats and around the crafty YouTubes. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye. That's pretty.